Today's Doodle celebrates the 94th birthday of British scientist and author Anne McLaren, who is widely considered one of the most significant reproductive biologists of the 20th century. Anne McLaren was a pioneering scientist who studied how embryos develop. Her research helped lead to the development of in vitro fertilization, which is IVF, the technology that has enabled thousands of couples to have children. McLaren was born in London and studied zoology at the University of Oxford. Before conducting postgraduate research under two of the most prominent biologists of the time, J.B.S. Haldane and Peter Medawar. In the 1950s, McLaren began focusing on developmental biology, focusing on mice. In 1958, she and John Biggers published a landmark paper in the journal Nature. They had successfully grown mouse embryos in vitro, that is, in lab equipment. The embryos were then transferred into the wombs of female mice, which they developed into a healthy litter. This experiment was a vital proof of principle. It showed that it was possible to mix sperm and eggs outside the mother's body and create a healthy embryo, which could then grow to term. 20 years later, IVF was successfully done on humans for the first time. Since then, IVF technology has been improved dramatically and is now used in many countries. Newer methods use stem cells and fewer drugs, and more older women can now have babies. Meanwhile, McLaren had continued her research into development of fertility. She also increasingly became involved in debates on scientific ethics. The development of IVF had raised many serious questions, such as what to do if a sperm received the wrong embryo by mistake, whether embryos could be screened for unwanted characteristics and potentially aborted before being implanted, and whether children conceived using anonymous donations of sperm or eggs have a right to know the donors or the identity of the donors. In more recent years, IVF even been offered to young women struggling to conceive in cultures where they are required to bear children, raising difficult questions about consent. McLaren played a major role in many of these debates, joining a host of committees that attempted to determine the most policies and frequently speaking about on media. Happy birthday, Anne McLaren. Thank you all for all the incredible work and for inspiring many new generations to come because of it. Thank you for watching.